Hey everybody, welcome to Cards and Sharps. How y'all doing? Hope you're staying safe and healthy during this time of coronavirus going around. So we're going to pass the time here by looking at and playing with some new knives I just got in. First, I must kind of apologize if the lighting is a little off. As I mentioned in some other videos, I am currently working from home because of the coronavirus apocalypse 2020, and rather than just rearranging everything again, leaving it my setup like I'm using it for my home office. So and it just happens that the way the lighting is working, it kind of seems a little bit shadowy. So hopefully that doesn't take away too much from these videos. All right, what we have here is an Almar Warrior's Edge. Almar is a known knife designer. Went out and started his own company. Makes some really nice knives and some really nice kitchen cutlery. His knives have been typically produced in Japan, and they're not, what you'd call a budget line of knives. They are kind of in the upper echelon of the knives until you start getting into the premiums. It's kind of in that kind of benchmade price points as far as most of their products. But that was the made in Japan version. They have started making some knives in China, still with the Almar design, and they monitor the manufacturing and still want to put out a good product representative of their name. Alright, you get a nice little insert here with looks like your paraphernalia in there with owner's manual, care guide, and all that sort of thing. And then you get a nice box here with a nice knife. And we have a warning label on there. Extremely sharp. Read warning and use manual before using this tool. That is always a good idea, of course. Alright, so Almar has decided to make a more budget-minded line of knives. They have, in the past, lent their name and design to some other manufacturers to kind of get their designs out in a more budget-friendly realm. One case is a knife here that I have that is part of my personal collection. And this is a Kershaw Almar design, and you can see here on the blade it does reference Almar, and then it's got the Almar logo on the pocket clip. And this one is styled after some Almar knives. You can see it's very similar in style, and it's sort of it's a Almar take on a Kershaw setup. It's got the assisted opening system that most Kershaws now have, and it's got a frame lock, or a frame lock versus liner lock, that sort of thing. Where the Japanese-made Almars were typically going to be a back lock or a lock back. All right, first off, this is old Ultralight series, and that it is ultralight. This weighs in, we will put it on the scale here, see what that weighs in at. 1.8 ounces, so very, very light knife. And it's quite a bit lighter than that Kershaw Almar design. And as you can see, it's a flipper. It is not the spring-loaded assisted flipper that the Kershaw has, but it is a very, very quick, smooth flipper. Feels very, very nice, very smooth. And we'll kind of go over some of the specs here real quick. Overall, 4 inches closed. The blade is 3.13, so just a hair over 3 inches. So that's going to disqualify being legal in some of you folks' areas. The blade steel is 8CR13 MOV, which is a pretty common in your budget line of knives. Not a bad steel. Doesn't hold the edge as well as some of them, but it does sharpen back up pretty easy. And this one does feel nice and sharp out of the box. The scales are FRN, fiberglass reinforced nylon, kind of like a lot of your, say, Spyderco products. It has that feel to it. It's got a nice texturing for grip, and it's got the liner kind of insets in there, and it's also got a little bit of relief cut in it, and you got open back, all weight saving measures. It's a very, like I said, 1.8 ounce, so it's a very, very light knife. We'll peel that off real quick and take a look without that being in the way. So you have the pocket clip. It's got the nice Almar logo on that. It's not deep carry. Don't know if anybody's made any aftermarket products for it yet or not, but it's not a huge knife, so even it's like a 3/4 of an inch or so is going to be coming out of your pocket. It's still not going to be, but too much there, because it's just not a large knife. I'm going to say this one fits right in the wheelhouse of what I do like to carry on a everyday basis. I do like thinner knives, lighter knives, and I like flippers. So I could see myself carrying this one quite a bit. Nice utility blade, not made for real heavy duty work, but we'll get most of your daily things to do, especially if you work in an office and that sort of thing. You're not going to be going outdoors and with it or anything like that. The handle feels really nice in the hand, good grip, fits my hand real well. I got medium-sized hands, and you got that little jimping on the liner there, and that's got a real good solid lockup, and the blade's very tight, no play at all. And that blade is, get the light on it here, perfectly centered in there. And we are missing the jimping on the back. You guys know I do like my jimping. Also enjoy a good little bit of finger choil, especially on these top knives, that you can get in there and kind of get in for some detail work. With the thin blade like that, it feels kind of a little longer. So if you can get in there and choke up on it, then you can get a little control. But all in all, that's just looking for knocks on it. I don't really think that would bother me on a daily basis that much. It is tip up only, so that's right. It is left or right on the clip, so you can lefties, you can carry it as well. All in all, just a very nice feeling knife. We compared it to the Kershaw Almar design. Let's put up against some of the other knives that you may be familiar with. We got a bug out here, and weight-wise, it's in that realm with the bug out. It may be actually even a little lighter than the bug out. It doesn't have as robust a blade as the bug out does, but it's going to have a little less profile in your pocket, and I do carry some knives of that similar shape and build for when I've got things in my pocket and I want something that takes up a little less room. So it's good for that. Here it is with the Delica. Weight-wise, it's right there with the less than the Delica, and it's going to take up a little less space as well. And as you can see, it's a slimmer knife than the Delica is. So not bad at all there. All right. I had been wanting to get my hands on an Almar. I had not grabbed the real Almar from when they're they're Japanese products. You know, when it starts getting into the $150, $60 range, I start kind of get selective and on what I pick up. But when I seen these, and these go, and you can pick these up for about $40 or so. So I thought, well, you know, Almar for $40, we'll give that a shot. And because I know they make good products, I've seen their products, their kitchen knives. I've seen their pocket knives in some knife stores and held them and everything. They do have a, you know, good quality to them. So I was curious to see if that quality feeling still carried over to their Chinese made line, and it seems to have. You know, there is some good knives that had been coming out of China, so they're capable of it. They also make your $5 knives as well, so you know they can make whatever level that the person having them made wants them made at. So I will probably be looking at some other of these Almar products. I'm not sure if they're just doing this as a budget line for knives, or they've moved all their manufacturing to China. I know on some places the Japanese made knives are starting to seem to disappear, so they may have totally changed gears on what target they're going after as far as their knife products. They were kind of in that middle range, higher than budget but lower than premium, so might have been a bad place to be. It could have been that it was overpriced for folks that want to spend $100 and less, and then those that could afford to spend the upper prices may have been going into even a little more premium product. So, but they do make some of their other styles in this kind of realm. Another one we'll be taking a look at pretty soon is their Chinese-made sear knife, which has been a popular knife in their Japanese lineup, and but they were, you know, pretty expensive knife, and you can get them for sub $100 now that they're Chinese made. So we'll be taking a look at one of those real soon, and I'm looking forward to that. All right, there you have it. That is the Mar Ultralight Falcon. This is kind of the mid size of this style. They got the Eagle, which is large. The Falcon's the middle, and then you got the Hawk as the even smaller version. So, got a size there for pretty much everyone. Alright, there you have it. That is the Mar Ultralight Falcon. Give me a thumbs up and subscribe, and we'll bring some more knives to your way. Alright, that's all I got. We'll see you guys next time.